Hello and welcome to your science online class. We were doing the chapter force, work and energy, and we have already done the definition of force, the application of force and different types of force. And in the last video we have already started the force and work topic, through which we will know that how force is applicable or force can be applied in place of different work, or how we do work with the help of different types of force. Now, as we know that we are staying in a world of technology, so everywhere whatever we are using, we are doing by with the help of machine. Now there are different types of machine. Today we are going to start about machine. Now see, simple machine and complex machine. So there are two different types of machines. Okay, now we will learn what are they and what is the basic difference between these two. See, please go to page 81. A sewing machine and a washing machine are made of many parts. They are thus called complex machine. Now complex means which is complicated. Now complicated means maybe there are different parts, maybe there are different things we have to understand. So how big a machine is, the more complex it is. Okay, so when we are telling it is a complex one, when we solve a problem, suppose of maths, when it is a big one, what do you think? Yes, it is a little bit complex one. That means what? Many different parts are there, what you have to divide into different steps, isn't it? Just like that, when a machine is having many parts, it is a complicated one, and that's why it is called a complex machine. Scissor, knives and tweezers are made of very few parts. See, scissor, when you see, what do you see? There's a screw in between two parts which we use to cut, and there is a place where we have to put inside our finger, isn't it? So it's a very simple one, what we can see through our eye. They help us to do work. Scissor, knives, tweezer are made of very few parts. They are called simple machine. They help us to do work by using force more efficiently. So when it is an easier one, we can do it very easy. When it's a difficult one, we need time to do it. There are 6 basic simple machine: the lever, inclined plane, wedge, screw, pulley and wheel and axle. Complex machine are made up of these 6 simple machine. So now basic question can arise, that what is the difference between simple machine and complex machine? When you are going to get the PDF of force, work and energy, you are going to see the PDF difference between simple machine and complex machine. So if I ask you, what you will say first? That simple machine, we need less different small very less amount of parts in case of simple machine. But in case of complex machine, there are different parts, isn't it? Many different parts, and simple machine is a simple one and a complex machine is a little bit complicated. And what is the main difference between simple machine and complex machine? There are 6 different types of simple machine, and with these simple machine we used to make the complex machine. So these simple machine with simple parts are used to make complex machine. So first, as we have told, that the lever is the first type of simple machine. Suppose you are asked to move a heavy boulder. You may find it very difficult to do so. It's a heavy boulder, big. We see this type of boulders near sea beaches, isn't it? When we used to sit on boulders. When we used to visit different seashores, we used to see big boulders. And now if someone will tell that remove that boulder from one place to the other, it is very difficult for us. But if you are given a strong rod and a small stone, you can move the boulder more easily by using the rod as shown. See the picture over here. It's a big boulder. He is thinking how to do that. And when he has got one rod and a small stone, it is becoming easy because this is functioning as a fulcrum that we will read later on. Look at the illustration and note more points. The boulder is loaded. See, this one is load. That has to be moved. So that has to be moved. This one was single. When the boy was thinking that how to move the boulder. The boulder is load. So this is the load, heavy amount. That has to be moved. One end of the rod is put under the boulder. See, one end of the rod, it is put under the boulder. The small stone supports the rod. Here the small stone, and it is supporting the rod. The point at which the rod touches the stone is fixed and do not move. It is called fulcrum. So the place where the rod and the stone is meeting, that point is fixed and it is not moving, and that is called fulcrum. The rod it is free to turn around the fulcrum. So the rod can move 360 degrees depending on the fulcrum. You will push down at the other end of the rod to shift the boulder. This push force applied to move the board is called effort. Now I will explain you a little bit that will make you easy to understand. My God, please wait. Now see, this is a big boulder. The boy is thinking, putting his hand on head, that what to do and how to do. Now when we are using a big boulder, when we are, suppose this is the, according to the book we have seen that this is the load which is to be removed, isn't it? Now, if you get one rod and a small stone, depending on which the rod can stand in a particular point, and this end also is fixed. If you put force here, the load can be easily moved from one place to the other. So this is load, this is fulcrum, and finally this is the effort, where the effort is being put by the person who is pushing the particular object or moving a particular object from one place to the other. So I think up to this part, the lever, fulcrum and load you have understood. In the next video, once again I will repeat, and then we will shift to the next part. It's a little bit difficult for you people. So you must understand it. I will explain it again. And in live class also once again I will explain, and then we will shift to the remaining part. Thank you.